there's only two other Hall of Famers who are in this class that has done what Puka has done thus far, which is Randy Moss and the GOAT, Jerry Rice.
I think Puka's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now, and it's not because he's the fastest or quickest or most athletic. It's just because he is a football player.
In my opinion, I think he can do some things that never been done in this league.
Puka Nacua isn't just breaking out, he's breaking all the rules. A 5th round draft pick who is supposed to be a role player has now turned into one of the NFL's most unstoppable forces. He's torching corners, bullying safeties, and making the best defenders in football look completely helpless. And in today's video, we're going to look at the guys that have been there before, the legends, veterans, even rivals that are lining up to tell you exactly why Puka Nacua is unguardable. Because this is why NFL legends think Puka Nacua is untouchable. Now, as we all know, Puka Nacua is kind of a guy who does go and stop you in his tracks. Like, bro is actually getting noticed, and it's not just by anyone. It's by seasoned veterans and legends of the game. As we all know, it didn't take long for him to make his impact in the league, surpassing 100 yards in both of his first 2 games of his career. And one guy who was there to see it up close and personal was Aaron Donald, the future Hall of Fame defensive tackle. Even when commenting on Puka's rookie season for the ages, Donald told the Greenlight podcast this.
I think he started to get real consistent. He started off the first season like with Seattle, and he had a good ass game. He's tough. He was playing tough. Breaking tackles. It was just, you know, he's a football player. You know, that's that type of player you want on your team. A tough guy that, you know, that play hard, that play tough. You usually see young guys that play and, you know, they fall off a little bit, but like for him to stay as poised as he did through the whole season, as far as like he became kind of a household name as a rookie, and you know he didn't change. He stayed the same person. He kept doing the same things every single week, bro. And it's like if he stay like that, and he stay hungry, and if he want to be great, in my opinion, I think he can do some things that never been done in this league. But he just got to keep working.
And I mean, look, anytime you can make that kind of first impression on a future Hall of Famer, yeah, I think it's safe to say that you're doing something right. And I mean, look, it's clear that Donald was full of admiration for Nacua early, and it should have come as no surprise. Veteran players, particularly tough-nosed defensive tackles, are always going to warm to guys who are clearly willing to put their bodies on the line. Like, playing as tough as Nacua does is always going to make you an early favorite in the locker room, and it's something that has stayed a big part of his game ever since. Donald said that he believed Nacua could do things that nobody in this league has ever done before. And well, here we are, a quarter of the way through the 2025 NFL season, and bro is exactly on pace to do that. Matthew Stafford, another Hall of Famer, recognizes just how special this guy is, and he had this to say after week 1.
You know, he's a special player. He's a special person on our team. You know, his game comes to life on Sundays. You know, he goes out there in practice, and you know he's working, he's doing all the stuff, he's making plays and all that. But when it becomes tackle football, is when Puka Nacua's game comes to life, and we're blessed to have him as a player, but as a person too, and as a competitor. Just the person that he is day in and day out, and then what we get to go out there and battle with on Sundays, man, it's special. And I think everybody in our locker room, I know everybody in our locker room really appreciates him. And today's just, you know, it's going to be another one of those stories in probably a really long, successful career of, remember the time, opening day, I had to do this, that, and the other to get back out there and make some big plays, seal the game, you know, at the end of it. So just happy for him, proud of him, and you know, just love getting to go to work with him.
His teammates absolutely do appreciate him too, because he's already racked up 588 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season after just 5 games, adding another 52 yards and a touchdown as a runner. He is currently on pace for 2,000 receiving yards, and if he can make it there, he would be the first in NFL history. So looks like Aaron Donald was onto something by saying that Puka Nacua was going to do things that the NFL had never seen before. Offensive lineman Andrew Whitworth is another legend of the game who just missed out on sharing a locker room with Nacua, and he had some pretty similar things to say about the young wideout after watching his strong start to the 2025 season.
It's crazy to me, really, the confidence that he has right now and who he is, because he's kind of one of those guys, like, he's a sweetheart and he's super humble, and it's like right now he has this aura, like this confidence to him that he knows he's really special, and he already was like that tough, like, man, you give him the ball in any space, he's gonna hit this yak yardage, he's gonna make these punishing carries with the ball once he has it. And now it feels like the refinedness of like his game, he's really elevating himself, and kind of some of that maturity showing up.
So, I mean, it's no surprise that this guy is getting plenty of love from his teammates, but it's not just those inside the Rams locker room who are showering Nacua with praise. Rob Gronkowski, who we all know might know a thing or two about winning football and being a good receiver in the NFL, had this to say about Nacua.
I think Puka's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. And it's not because he's the fastest or quickest or most athletic. It's just because he is a football player, Julian. He's like you. He reminds me of you. You guys were just football players and get it done whenever your number is called.
He's big too. And he's physical. And he catches the ball through traffic. I just hope he stays healthy, because he's touching the ball a lot, and he's a physical player. Because he's a big dude. You know what I mean? He's bigger than what you think.
He's fearless up the middle.
There it is again. Another legend talking about the physicality and toughness that Puka Nacua brings on the field. And I mean, even when I watch him on Sundays too, and I'm sure when you do too, it really does look like it's a superpower that he has when he's playing out there. As we all know, in 2024, he collected 520 yards after the catch, which was 6th most in the NFL. But despite playing at least 4 games less than every other member of the top 10, tells you just how hard this guy is to tackle. But it's not just his toughness alone that makes him such a good player. There is so much more to his game than just that, as is pointed out by Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner.
But their offense goes through Puka Nacua. I mean, everything that they do, they move him around. You get him one-on-one. I mean, and there's such great confidence with Matthew Stafford and Puka. I mean, the catches that Puka makes on a weekly basis is amazing. I mean, diving catches, going low into coverage and bodies all around him, and his ability to run after catch. I mean, he is awesome. I mean, he is a really, really good player. And what I love too, he reminds me a little bit of an Anquan Bolden.
And that's the thing too. He's not the only guy who sees just how much of a focal point Puka Nacua is. Steve Smith, who was a badass receiver in his day, now spends his whole time evaluating the position and has a lot of love for the way that Puka Nacua plays.
There's only two other Hall of Famers who are in this class that has done what Puka has done thus far, which is Randy Moss and the GOAT, Jerry Rice. And when I watch the Rams offense, Puka is the Rams offense. But understanding his quarterback, Matthew Stafford, knows how to place the ball. Puka is just getting that adjustment to be able to put himself in a position to make the catch, because he knows his quarterback has and knows where to place the football. It's remarkable. It's dope to watch them. They're using them in all different motions and all that stuff, and it's great. And seeing this dynamic duo go is remarkable.
All right, now before we do continue, I do have to give a special shout out to our sponsor for today's video, the HOF app. And now I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, this is just another betting app and probably don't want to get my money involved in that. But it's not that. It's actually how you research how you want to place your bets for the upcoming weeks. And now look, the best part is that by using code KRICH, you're going to be able to get a free 7-day trial, so you guys can try it before you do want to commit to the monthly subscription that you are going to get 50% off by using my code. So, I mean, basically, you're going to be able to try it out on Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Maction starting soon, and then you can place bets on the Saturday college slate, as well as obviously the Sunday games as well. And of course, the best way to place your bets is by using their mobile app and using their updated UI, which has a sticky note betting slip and just lets you allow to see all of the live betting odds that are changing on different sports books across the area. Obviously, this video is about Puka Nacua, so we can see that his matchup against the Ravens is going to be great this week because of their color grades and how they use them in their matchup usage tools. Again, using their matchup grades and seeing how the color-coded system helps me place my bet, it's going to show me that the Rams offense is going to absolutely smoke the Ravens defense. And not only that, but you can filter by teams and trends to see what you want to place this week, and even search Puka Nacua's name to see what bets have the best chance of hitting this week against the Ravens. Again, by simply using the HOF app to research your bets, you're going to have a better chance of hitting them. And again, it's all for free for the 7-day trial by using code KRICH KRICH, as well as if you want to commit to the monthly subscription, you're going to get 50% by doing that. Again, use code KRICH, and thank you to the HOF app for sponsoring today's video. This kind of versatility is a nightmare for the coaches who have to go up against this guy too. One of whom is Kyle Shanahan, who has to see Puka twice a year and knows his challenge has only gotten harder because of the arrival of Davante Adams.
I mean, just those two great receivers with an unbelievable quarterback, so huge challenge. You know, just like when they had Puka and Cup going. I mean, huge challenge, especially paired with Stafford. Two of the best hands in the league with Puka and Davante, and the separation ability, how they can cut, how aggressive they are in their routes. I mean, they're as good as it gets.
That partnership of Adams really is unfair, with the two complementing each other just so perfectly. And yes, while Adams at 32 years old still has all of the quality he needs to be considered a #1 wide receiver, it is a credit to just how good Nacua is that Adams is happy to slot into a more supportive role. Someone who understands how complicated locker room dynamics like this can be is Ryan Fitzpatrick, who had this to say about that situation.
It's really, really hard, and I don't think it's been done very much for a bona fide #1 star receiver like Davante Adams to get to this point in his career and to like willingly be the two. And for that to happen, there has to be so much respect from Davante watching this dude play football, because Davante's smart enough to know when it's one-on-one. I mean, there's times when he's the single receiver on the short side of the field and Puka's the Z all the way out to the field, and Matthew is choosing to throw to Puka over Davante with the same matchups. So like Davante has to understand and knows a lot of that stuff, but completely respects it, because then Puka comes down with the catch. You know, the rapport that they have. So I think that's the cool part of it too, is the respect that he has already gained from Davante Adams.
It's clear that Puka Nacua earns his respect from all corners for his performances on the field, as well as how he handles himself off of it. One guy who will vouch for that too is Fred Warner, the league's best linebacker, who has struck up a friendship with Nacua despite the two being division rivals.
Puka Nacua, the younger brother of Kai Nacua, who I played with at BYU and who played for us with the Niners. His little brother Puka, the kid was a baller at BYU. I remember they were playing Stanford last year. Kalani Sitake, the head coach, he asked me to come talk to the team. After I talked to the team, Puka came up to me. We were just chopping it up. He's picking my brain about what's made me have so much success in my career and things that he should be doing. And when I'm talking to this kid, I'm like, bro, this dude is just dialed in. You talk about having the right mindset. So then fast forward, the Rams get him week 1 in Seattle. Bro goes off for over 100 yards, over 10 catches. Now, anybody can do it once. We know that. He goes off and goes for what? 15 catches for 140 something?
147.
Like, he balled. Like, and I'm happy as hell for him. I mean, I'm not happy that he did it against us, but I'm just happy for him and his success.
He was out there playing like a creative player.
We show that boy's love, you know what I mean? That's pretty impressive, man.
It's clear that Fred Warner recognized signs of greatness in him early too, and it says a lot about how great of a guy Puka is that even though he's a division rival, Fred can't help but be happy for his success. There's plenty of admiration for Nacua out there too. Even Justin Jefferson, a rival for the top wide receiver crown, has to admit he's a fan too.
It's his ability to catch the ball.
Say that Puka Nacua is pretty damn unguardable. When you've got teammates, Hall of Famers, and even rivals waxing lyrical about you, like we've heard in this video, you know you're doing something right. And truthfully, if he continues as he is, Nacua will be the holder of plenty more NFL records throughout his illustrious career.